And we are back, and we welcome you to Heineken at the half. I'm Bob Lorenz in Meadowlands studio. The score after one half of play, 47-42 in favor of the Raptors. Let's get to the highlights. Jason Kidd, of course, making his long-awaited debut of the season after missing the first 16 games. Everybody anticipating J. Kidd being out there, no matter how many minutes he would play. Let's pick it up first quarter. Alonzo Mourning grabbing the rebound off the Nets miss. He converts, draws the hack, Nets up early by one. Now, a bit later on, one of the key young guys for the Raptors, Chris Bosh, knocking down a nice little J there, goes high off the glass, and the Raptors take a three-point lead. Later, more from Bosh. The bank shot draws the foul. It was Raptors leading by 6 after 1. On to the second quarter, Donyell Marshall, nice little fake, and the flush, 32-24 Toronto at that point. Now, shortly thereafter, Kidd, nice move, works his way, side of the key, drops it in, his first points of the season. It was the only field goal that he would make. Nets within 6. Still in the second. Vince Carter. Wondering how many minutes he'd play in this game, coming off a bout with food poisoning right down the middle for the slam. Raptors up 37-29. And later in the second, Lamont Murray got a hot hand. But he goes to Rafer Alston here. Rafer with the three. Raptors by 8, and then watch the buzzer beater just before the half. I mentioned Lamont Murray getting the hot hand. How about this shot? Takes the feed with about .2 on the clock. Gets it to go, and so the Raptors take a 5-point lead into the locker room, up 47-42, as the Nets down by 5 at the break in Jason Kidd's first game. Now, speaking of Jason Kidd, how did he do? 11 minutes of action. We heard in the pregame that from Lawrence Frank that he was going to limit his minutes, obviously coming off the knee surgery, and you can see a little bit rusty as Jason Kidd, a few errant passes in his first game action of the season, but there were some bright moments, a couple assists for J. Kidd in those 11 minutes, and he was 1 of 3 from the field. Now, we threw a spotlight in the highlights on Chris Bosh, and this is why. This is a good young ball player, a guy who is coming off a 12-point, 10-board double-double versus Cleveland. In fact, he has 4 double-doubles on the season, and this is the kind of shooter that he is. A guy that can shoot outside, a guy that can work his way inside. Can see him not afraid to go up against the big guys, Alonzo Mourning and company, Jason Collins, to get those shots to go. So Chris Bosh definitely having a nice game, 9 points. But as we check the scores, Lamont Murray with that last-second three before the half, Toronto's leading scorer with 10 points. Vince Carter with 8. Richard Jefferson leading the way for the Nets with his 12 points. Zoe and Jason Collins each with 6. We will be back with complete post-game coverage immediately following the game. Enjoy the second half. Ian and Kelly on the backside right after this.